Dear friends, colleagues, and distinguished guests, with due respect to the towering memory of the inspiring and beloved Mama Lisa, it is an honor to join you in celebrating Ilitha Labantu's anniversary, marking illustrious 35 years of resilience, advocacy, and unwavering commitment to ending violence against women and girls. Indeed, for over 3 decades, Ilitha Labantu has been a beacon of activism, support, and hope, providing a crucial lifeline to survivors, amplifying the voices of the marginalized, and pushing for real, lasting change in South Africa and beyond. This conference's theme, Women's Rights at the Crossroads, resonates profoundly as we navigate a pivotal moment in our collective pursuit for a just, sustainable, and equitable world, based on reinforced social protection and indeed social consciousness. As the United Nations Secretary General, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, has said, emphatically actually, progress won over decades is vanishing before our eyes. In South Africa and around the world, despite significant strides, gender inequality persists, as witnessed by the alarming violence and pushback against women's rights, livelihoods, and in some areas, regressive laws and policies. This stark reality underscores the urgency of our mission to deliver on the promise of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, which is currently off track. And at the heart of our efforts has to be the empowerment of women and girls. This is not only a moral imperative, it is actually something that is a necessity for socioeconomic transformation. South Africa has made progress in legislative reforms, policies, but also with regards to representation. But deep systemic barriers remain which still hold millions of women and girls behind. Women, for example, continue to face higher unemployment rates than men across all education levels. Gender-based violence continues at an alarming rate. Justice and inequality remain elusive. That's why grassroots organizations like Ilitha Labantu and the work they're doing with partners is important. Partners including the UN Family through UN Women, UNFPA, UNICEF, UNODC, and others are vital in bridging these gaps. The gaps we're talking about is really about in supporting the realization of women's rights and those of economically disenfranchised and often left behind. Friends, as we approach the Beijing Prosperity Conference and ahead of South Africa's own national dialogue, it is imperative that we shift from reflection to bold, decisive, collective action. We need strong collaborative efforts amongst government, civil society, the international community, academia, and the private sector, working to dismantle the patriarchal structures and promoting inclusive policies and empowerment interventions, which effectively ensure that we're accompanying the emergence and leadership of women in the socioeconomic and political spheres. That is why it is crucial that we work together. Working together, we must invest in women's leadership, we must strengthen legal frameworks, and we must certainly close the gap that persists in education, economic opportunities, the just energy transition, and digital access. We must also work together to transform social norms, and in this way, promoting equality in all spaces, public, private, family, and in our communities. But let us be clear, we cannot create an inclusive and sustainable future with women leading that we wish to see if we also do not promote intergenerational dialogue and collaboration between women and girls and other young people. And as we continue to rethink gender equality, it is important to also reflect about the role of men as allies. We must demand and foster positive masculinity, and in this way ensuring all are playing their part in this necessary push for gender equality and empowerment. As I conclude, allow me to reiterate my conviction and experience that the strength and perseverance of women is a cornerstone for our collective advancement and destiny. In both my personal and professional lives, the role played and the contributions from women has been nothing but phenomenal. That's why I humbly pay tribute and homage to the sacrifices and inspiring leadership ranging from my grandmother, my mother, aunties, sisters, and nieces, as well as my female colleagues and bosses who have been exceptional leaders and have contributed in changing not only my life, but that of millions of others. So as we reflect on 35 years of Ilitha Labantu's impact, let's also look forward with hope and optimism. Let's make sure that the next coming years, in fact, the next 35 years, continue to be defined by collaborative action, by progress, and by the unwavering pursuit of justice as we collectively build a future where every girl and every woman can thrive and be free from violence, discrimination, and inequality. You certainly can count on the continued collaboration with the United Nations family and I in South Africa, and I thank you for your effort.